Doing good. Absolutely lovely day today. Back on shift though, so thought I'd do a quick live. I've kind of woke up from the old night shift. I've got some news, some quite exciting news. Excuse the noise in the background, it's the dishwasher, and actually I could pause it. There we go. Modern tech, I'll unpause it later. Right, quick live. Hopefully you'll catch this live and add some comments in, and I'll answer them as I go. Quick chat about the golf and how things are going. Sorry about that, bit of a crack there. 2 rounds in off the medal tees. How did it go? Not bad actually. Division 1 I'm in, and I managed to finish 4th in the first medal I've played in round the course, which is pretty good. Off the second medal round I played was match play. There's a video about that tomorrow because it's hilarious. Yeah, getting used to your course and playing off medal tees. It's something that's really quite, it takes a while to get used to it. So my first round in, and I think, yeah, looking promising, hitting the ball well. Talking about today, Moe Norman and natural golf. I think I've managed to pick up one of the rarest clubs that I think it's ever been made in golf by Moe Norman. The head cover alone, it's surprising how old this club is, that the head cover is almost okay looking. It's the Claw. Those of you who might have heard of Moe Norman will know that he endorsed a thing called Natural Golf. Now this is one of the rarest clubs I think ever made. It's the Claw by Natural Golf, and it is designed and built and made by Moe Norman. It's titanium. I think you can possibly see how the lie angle on that looks, just by the way I'm holding it. To say it's upright is an understatement. This must be the most upright driver I think I've ever looked at. Also the sole has got a massive angle here and here and there, so like Moe Norman's one plane swing. When you put this down, it's exactly on the 45-degree angle one plane swing that Moe Norman used to swing on. I think you can see that there, right? There's where there's the lie angle of this driver, right there, right? Now if we went, what's an average driver like? It's probably about there for a lie angle. So we are looking at a driver here that Moe Norman came up with and kind of designed and helped invent way back. The Natural Golf company, and then that's Natural Golf was Moe Norman's big thing as he got older. It's actually titanium. I've not hit it yet because it's just arrived a couple of days back. I've not had a chance. It's got a shaft called, and I'll tell you what, guys, you want to look at this shaft. Do you think Jack something any good for a starter? Think about that. I'm not quite sure. The Claw driver, the high modulus C300. This has got, wait for it, 3 degrees of torque. Now, it's not got a flex marking on it, but let me tell you, that is stiff. Now, I'm pretty sure it's because the club is so basically vertical. Now, we're obviously going to take this to the range and hit it. And we'll film it because there's a lot of interest in this driver. if you Google this driver or search for it, it's one of the rarest clubs online, on eBay, in any stores, even in America. You will struggle to find an example of this club. I believe it's 10 degree, although it doesn't actually marked. It's not marked on it. It looks possibly 10 degree. But obviously on the channel we followed Moe Norman for ages, and just to get a hold of one of his designed clubs, just to give it a hit, is so, you know, it's good, it's exciting. He says that I got a driver that can't be beat. Yeah, I don't know, I've not hit this driver yet, but the fact that it is by Natural Golf, which obviously if you're into the history of Moe Norman and stuff, to the latter sort of end of his career he endorsed Natural Golf, and it was all about like trying to keep the club on a single plane to make it less stressful on the body, and therefore less moving parts, and basically keep the club on plane. And if you've ever tried the single plane golf, you'll know that trying to get an actual driver, 3-wood or whatever, to fit into that is very, very difficult, because if you're holding a driver that upright, normally the toe digs way in. This does not dig in because its lie angle. I'll tell you how. Right, there's my arms there. So there's how Moe would hold it, and that driver sits perfect. So its lie angle is near enough. Well, it is. I did get the protractor out, so it's 45 degrees. So this is going to be interesting to hit at the range. I have no idea how it will be to hit. Anything this much upright, you would expect to draw the living daylights out the ball. But will it? I'm not sure. Anybody even seen one of these? A lot of you guys that watch the channel are from America, so you may well have seen this. It's actually got the original grip on it. But you can just tell by looking at this, you're talking early titanium technology. You can tell by the groove pattern on the face as well. I reckon it's got to have come out in the 80s. Late 80s, I would say. How big is it on the cc scale? I'd say it's about a 300 and possibly 50 cc. Maybe 330. Possibly 340. I know that's a bit. Oh, Mike, can you give us a bit more? It's not 460, definitely not. But it's not under 300, so I'm kind of thinking in that ballpark. That also, it actually has a bit of like onset. Right, so let's move so you can see this, because I know a lot of you are interested, not looking at me, looking at the driver. So let's put it down so you can have a look at it. Hopefully you can see it there. But there's it lying. I mean, look at, you can see that there. That's how it wants to lie. That's how Moe Norman would address the ball, obviously. And more upright. Yeah, it connects so that the shaft, if you drew a line from the end of the shaft, it would connect exactly to your midriff. So basically, your hands and arms are going straight through your midriff of your body. Yeah, and obviously the theory behind this is that you could swing on one plane with this driver. Now, lengthwise, it's the standard length of a driver. If this was Moe Norman's actual driver, this grip here would be about, we're talking jumbo max thickness. So you could actually put a Jumbo Max grip on this club. We have a spare one. We might do that. But yeah, nobody so far has commented that they've ever seen one of these. So on the sole, in case you can't read it because it's maybe backwards, it says the Claw Driver Titanium, right? It's got a claw. By the Natural Golf Company. Now, that is it. And when you Google that, all that comes up is basically a lot about Moe Norman and how he started that. And so someone, I think they're from Japan. First of all, it's a great club, so maybe they've hit it. I'm guessing this will give some strange results, as in surprisingly good results hitting it at a driving range. I guess that the fact that you can swing it on single plane, it's if you can do that, and like I say, you're turning through the shot and everything, I reckon it's going to be straighter, basically. It's just interesting for me. I thought I'd do this quick live because I always knew Moe Norman had, like Ben Hogan, patented and invented more than a few, like 20 odd plus. Hogan possibly did 60 to 100 patents on golf clubs, which hardly anybody knows about. Ben Hogan's patents are in a vault. Only a couple got released. They're held safely because Ben Hogan was way ahead of his time in club design, as was Moe Norman with some of this stuff. So this one has been patented and released under this Natural Golf Company. So it does make or ask the question, how many more Moe Norman clubs are out there, maybe possibly sets of irons that he designed, that have just been lost and not mass produced enough, and then no other companies bought into the thing, you know? So you've got a lot of clubs possibly out there that are really rare and possibly like good enough now with what we know about single length iron technology and a one plane, single plane swing, right? I've tried single plane now for over 2 years. The hard part about it is getting your equipment dialed in specifically for your body, because everybody's got a different body. We walk a different way, we talk a different way, we move a different way. We have like different strengths, different weaknesses, and one length is absolutely brilliant, and single plane swings are brilliant as well. Single plane clubs are brilliant, like this driver. The hard part is getting the finite tuning done to each club, because when you say single length and single plane, as we know from Bryson, if we look at Bryson DeChambeau, look how much he spent time and effort dialing in his own clubs to where he's got them now from where he started. Took how long and how much money? And like the length of the irons, yeah, could be a 7-iron length, could be a 6-iron length all the way through. The weighting, the swing weight of the clubs has to be spot on. Now for you, for me, your swing weight could be completely different. Moe Norman used to weight up irons to like the point where you and me would pick them up and go, what the? I mean, you're talking the heaviest, like plaster with lead, all of them swinging the same swing weight and all of them swinging the same length and the same lie angle, right? And he had mastered that, but he kept it secret. He didn't tell anybody how he did it or what the actual specs were. Plenty of folk tried to get his clubs and put them in a swing weight machine and have a look at them and check the lie angle and stuff. Also, Moe's grips. He way before Jumbo Max, Moe would like tape up, or his existing grip that was on the club was too thin. He would put like wraps of tape over the actual grip. Then he would wrap like a leather binding all the way up it to make it, jumbo max thickness that we know, that we can relate to. And then he would just electrical tape the bottom and the top, and he would actually make his grips longer. So a standard grip's this length. Moe would play grips that were down here on his clubs, like an extra, you're looking at like 40 centimetres long grips Moe would play. If you look back in history though, hickory shafted clubs came with 40 centimetre grips. So why the heck did we decide that golf has to be played with this length of grip? Why the damn? You think about it, if you've got a grip that's 40 centimetres long, you've got some grips that are 40 centimetres long. Yeah, so if you've got grips that are 40 centimetres long, right, and you use a single plane aspect, if you watch Moe enough, he would go down the grip slightly, and the shaft would be obviously out through his hands here. He's got then a counterbalance effect on shots as well. Right, and what's the modern game gone to? Counterbalance is like the bees and E's now with putters, irons, because you can put these like weights into the counter plug weights, right? Who started that? Moe Norman. Moe Norman used to put like a full layer of lead tape on underneath his grips. Now think how much weight that is in your hands. But how did Moe manage that? You do that, you lose it. That's why Moe's clubs were caked in lead, because he could hold his club like that and it would be completely balanced, because he's got equal weight in the head and the shaft, therefore making the shaft almost swing invisibly, if that makes sense, because your head weight and your grip weight are the same. Anytime you do that, if you try it with a putter, we've got one here that we did it. So we've got equal head weight in the head of the putter. We've got a 40 centimetre counterbalance grip, which is equal weight. You completely make the shaft a pendulum, which basically means it starts swinging itself. Right, and Moe definitely knew that if you got your club balanced, swing weight balanced, not only with a lie, but the swing weight exactly the same in every club, and the lie angle, you could then repeat and swing exactly the same for every club. Now, how much easier does that make the game? Now, this is what's interesting about this driver. This is designed to swing exactly the same as your irons. Same lie angle, right? Which is for a driver. This is, until you actually put this down, you cannot believe how upright this driver is. So this is going to go to the range. We'll maybe go live at the range, hitting shots with it. Possibly do that. And yeah, very, very like interesting in the whole natural golf, one length, single plane. That is why, just as we wind up the live here, that is why manufacturers today stay away and try and put every golfer off single plane clubs or one length clubs, right? I'll tell you why that is. There's been umpteen countless players throughout the years that have won majors. Hogan, Bobby Jones, Sam Snead. Moe Norman didn't win majors, but he won countless tournaments playing single length irons. The problem for manufacturers, and this is why they stay away from it, is a custom fit for single length irons done correctly could take up to a week of hard work to get right for one golfer. So that is why the major manufacturers stay away from it, apart from Cobra, because they decided, yeah, we're going to support Bryson DeChambeau, and if anything, it's helped Cobra because it's made Cobra a brand that people look at as being technologically up there, more so than a lot of the other brands. And from that, you've got like Avoda, You've got other companies that have decided we're going to specialise in single length irons, stroke combo length irons. But that principle, the combo length principle, right? Touching on that, when I say players like Bobby Jones, Sam Snead, Ben Hogan, a few others won majors, right, with single length irons. Yeah, the majority of them, Sam Snead, it was combo length. Now, what do I mean by combo length? So combo length is their wedges to their 7-iron were all the same length, right? Whatever that length was, you see, it's a custom fit thing built completely around the professional, the player. I'm not going to tell you what the length was. They were all the same length. Then from the 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, because remember they used to even have 1-irons in the bag back then, they were longer, graduated longer, like what you and me would look at, a set of clubs on the rack, right? Now, the amount of players that have had huge success with these clubs means that they work. Why do major manufacturers run a mile and try it for yourself if you ever go for a custom fitting? Doesn't matter who it is, Mizuno, Callaway, TaylorMade, who else have asked? Tacomo, I've asked Cali. If I go for a custom fit, could you build me a combo single length set of irons? Like, I know it's a contradiction, but the lie angle's got to be moved, and sometimes you'll have to tweak the lofts, right? Because you need to get launch conditions correct. That's the two things you need. And also you need your swing weight of each iron to be exactly the same. Oh, no, we can't do that. Nope, we don't do that. Nope, we don't do that. No, we don't do that. So they are so resistant because of the skill and the time and the personal touch that takes, manpower to do it, right? Cobra, to a degree, they were showing you, if you watched the Cobra stuff with Bryson DeChambeau, Cobra were coming out telling everybody how hard it was to get clubs like dialed in for Bryson and how much effort and work they had to do. They would make him 50 wedges, and out the 50 they would hack bits off. Bryson would drill bits out here, hack things off with a grinder, bend it till it was near enough breaking, and then he would go, right, that 5 out of that 50 I'm putting in play, and Cobra would be like shaking their head, you know. But Bryson, it worked for Bryson because he is, people say, oh, he's the mad mechanic. You look back in history to all these greats, Ben Hogan, Bobby Jones, Ochterlony, right? Ochterlony. They were club makers, stroke. They were like finessing their golf club to make it work for them by doing things that have been partially forgot about, partially conveniently forgot about with modern golf. So now they'll have you believe you can buy a set of clubs off the rack, all the same graduated design with different lie angles throughout the set and all these cranked lofts, and that is going to help your game. See, that's the other thing about modern golf. Cranked lofts and irons definitely hurt your game more than they help it. What is the point of having a scoring club, a wedge in your hand, that you can hit 150 yards? Come on. 150 yards, it should be a 7-iron. Your scoring clubs then have to be, I know this live is going on a bit, but if you've got a wedge that goes 150 yards, how many gap wedges are you going to have to throw in the bag? Why do you think you see all these bags with 5, 4, minimum of 4 now, gap wedges? Back in the day when I played, 56 degrees was the highest you could get in a sand iron, unless you bent it a couple of degrees. That's why probably 58 first of all became quite popular, because you could tweak a 56 degree wedge in a vise, 2 degrees. But you watch Seve, never ever put anything higher than a 56 degree in the bag. Opened the face, hit shots, Lee Trevino, exactly the same. The game has changed, but not for the better. That's I think we'll leave this live. Thanks for watching, supporting, obviously. It'd be great if you could smash the like button and hit the subscribe button, because everything on this channel that we do, the ad revenue is very small, but what it does is it helps the charities. So when we eventually get it, which it takes forever, it gets divided up between 4 different charities. So Macmillan, Help the Heroes, Shelter, and we added in the Samaritans. So they all get like a share. We get, honestly, we don't get a lot in the ad revenue, but 20 quid each charity for putting these videos out is better than absolutely nothing. And the other thing we do on the channel as well is anything that we have finished with or it's still got a lot of life in it, we donate to the said charities, charity shops. Tend to be in the local area, but every little bit that we can do for the charities, we do, so they can sell the stuff on, etc., and it supports the charities. And that's really it, guys. We'll see you on the range. There's been a load of you tuning in, watching this, and you can watch it back. But we've been on for about half an hour now. So yeah, it's going to be really interesting hitting this club, and I think you can see that there. If you get that, see how, like, literally how vertical that shaft is. That is the it's, I did turn the camera around, so if you watch it back, you'll see the club is designed this way, through Moe Norman, and Moe Norman coming up with these things. If anyone knows how many patents Moe Norman has for clubs and designs for clubs, I know Moe Norman designed irons that did come out. They're really rare, hard to get. We found out he designed a driver. He must have designed a couple of fairway woods or something like that as well. And these things are going to come back, I think, because the modern game is realising that Bryson's actually onto something, and history is telling them that combo length with the same lie angle is 1 majors. So, you know, stay tuned. We'll get more information to you as it comes in, either by subscribers letting us know, or companies emailing us. That doesn't happen very often, to be honest. We'll just have a quick look at the comments. Yeah, that is interesting. I'll need to Google that myself, that you've got some 40cm grips that are like modern material that you can put on. Like I say, the older grips were a lot longer. And yeah, the Jumbo Max, we've got a few of those grips, so we could actually experiment and stick a Jumbo Max on this, because for true reflection of how Moe Norman swung and hit the thing, that grip should be like the Jumbo Max, massive one, you know. And that is one thing that Jumbo Max have a huge advantage on, the size of the grip with the weight, which keeps the head weight the same. Because as soon as you put a massive grip on or lead tape under here, then you've got to weight the club. In some cases, Moe Norman's clubs had so much weight underneath the sole, like plastered all over it, you couldn't even see the make of the club. And then the back was just the same. But these guys knew how to swing, how to play. They were hitting wedges in closer than you and me can hit wedges in all the time. And that's where you score. Not with hitting a wedge 150 yards. That's just madness. Your scoring is 100 yards in. Like 80, 90, 70, 60, 50. You can get up and down from those distances. How much better would you play around a golf, even if you weren't swinging 100%? If you got into that distance and then you're inside 6 feet, how many putts would you hole? You know? The modern ball's better, so we all should be doing that. But why can't we? because we're playing cranked lofts and we're playing wedges that predominantly do not help our game. So anyway, more on this, quick live. Thanks for watching and subscribing. We need to cut this one short because I need to put the dishwasher back on. And yeah, we've gotten a lot of questions. What driver is this? Right, final note. So this live has mainly been about the whole thing about Moe Norman, the Natural Golf, and this actual driver by the Natural Golf Company, the Claw Driver Titanium. Thanks for watching. See you all soon.